How's everybody doing today, guys? This is Victor back with another video. This is just gonna be a short video talking a little bit about the ADA laws, because it was July 26th of last month, July to be exact, of that the 30th year of the ADA laws were passed. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit about what would they do prior to the ADA laws and what's happening after the ADA laws were enacted. And for those of you that have me on Facebook, I did somewhat about a Facebook Live about it, but right now I'm gonna try to go into a little bit more detail as to what the ADA laws are and what they did with all kinds of people with disabilities, whether it was intellectual disabilities, physical, or whatever the case may be. So I hope y'all guys enjoy this video, and if you want more informative videos like this, leave me a comment down below. Look for me on Instagram. My Instagram is the same thing, Life on Wheels. My Twitter is also at Life on Wheels 33. So you can also follow me on there. And so yeah, here we go, guys. Americans, ADA basically means Americans with Disability Act. That's all it means. And prior to the ADA laws being enacted, we used to, anybody with any type of disability, it could be something as an intellectual disability. It didn't even have to be physical. They would throw you into an insane asylum, because prior to this ADA laws, you can say people with disabilities didn't have any type of legal rights or any legal authorities. And I would imagine that if you were a parent with a young child with a disability, you didn't have any type of recourse. You didn't know what to do. But when the ADA laws were enacted, anti-discrimination laws came into play. We can no longer be discriminated against because of our disabilities. And for those of you that may not know, I have a physical disability, and I have other family members in my family that have intellectual disabilities like dyslexia and other disabilities. So, obviously I'm passionate about, disability laws, because I'm just saying, you can see it. For those of you that don't know, I don't know if you can see me. If you can see me, I apologize. I'm just trying to show I have a physical disability. And you know what? I've never been diagnosed with it, but I also do believe that I have dyslexia. Again, don't take me to the bank, because I've never been diagnosed, but I've been told people with my particular physical disability can also have dyslexia. So anyway, but prior to these laws being enacted, we had no legal rights, and they would throw you into an insane asylum for any type of disability. And now with the ADA laws being enacted, they were signed into law 1990. I think it was July 25th, 1990, by George H. I think it was, Bush Sr. for Bush Sr., the dad, because we had two President Bushes in office. We had, I think his name is George H. Bush and George W. Bush. And they were signed into law, like I said, 1990. And after those laws were enacted, every public place in the United States, like stores, now this is why we have, you know, bathrooms with disabled people, or, you know, stalls in the bathroom for disabled people. That's why we have sinks at public restrooms with that gap in the sink, so we could get under there, wash our hands. And now, like, if you were to apply for a job, your employer is legally not allowed to ask you what your physical disability is. Now, you can tell them what your disability is, because some of us do need accommodations for, you know, for whatever job we apply for. But now I believe your employers aren't allowed to ask you what your physical disability is, and now they're not allowed to discriminate against you just because of your disability. Even though still today we do have discrimination. Like, I applied for multiple jobs, and honestly, guys, I do feel like I've been discriminated against, and I know a lot of us have. So we have even though we have these laws now, I believe and I see that we still have a long way to go. That's why, for those of you that don't already know this, for those of you that don't already follow me on my social media channels, and again, my social medias will either be up on the screen or down below in the video description. But that's one of the reasons I want to become a disabilities advocate. I want to get to the point where I can get in front of Congress and change or rewrap revamp some of the laws we have in play now. Because yes, we do have, we have come a long way, but there's still a long way to go. And let me tell y'all something else that I just thought of right now. Nowadays, you know, we have abortion. Now, if let's say I was a baby, for example, and now with the technology that we have now, I don't know how they do it, but they have ultrasounds where they could tell the mother or the father, hey, this child is going to be born with a disability. And now they literally give you the option to either abort the baby or have the baby. Imagine, and I'm not saying my mom would do this, but just as an example, imagine if we had the technology that we have today, and they told my mother, you know, one of your twin sons or one of your twin boys is gonna come up with a disability, and they give her the option to abort me. I wouldn't be here speaking to you today if this technology that we have today was existing back then. And you know, I'm not just, when it comes to the abortion issue, I'm not just speaking for people with disabilities. I'm also speaking for mothers that just want to abort their baby just because maybe they slept with someone and they don't want anything to do with the baby. Because nowadays we have, oh, I slept with someone, so, but I don't want the responsibility to have this baby. Let's go and have an abortion. And I'm not going to call it abortion. It's murder. That's all it is. It's not abortion. It's murder. Let's call it for what it is. And this might not be, you know, this might not be a popular thing to say, you know, but it's murder. It's a sin against God. Imagine you having an abortion. I'm speaking to you mothers that I don't know if you're going through this, but if you are, please don't abort that baby. Fathers that don't want to step up and be a man and support that baby, please don't do that. It's not the baby's fault that you slept with this woman or you slept with this man. Now you have a baby that you don't want nothing to do with. If you don't want nothing to do with it, baby, it's fine. Have it and give it up for adoption. It's better off being adopted by a family that will love this baby than having to commit murder. Because I hate using the word abortion. Because the word abortion, all it is they use that to say, to not to say what they're actually doing. And that's to commit murder. But going back to the ADA issue, we have come a long way. But there is a long way to come. A long way to go. And I'm speaking for all people with any type of disability. It can be physical, intellectual, or whatever the case may be. Stand up. Let's stand up and continue to fight for our rights. I'm not just speaking for me. Stand up and let's speak for our rights. Let's come out of the shadows and fight for our rights. Just like Martin Luther King fought for the rights of blacks that were in slavery. Well, people with disabilities, let's stand up and fight for our rights. And if nobody wants to stand up with me, well then I guess I will have to do it myself. And I know it's not going to be easy road. I know it's not going to be a cakewalk. But if nobody else is willing to stand up with me to fight for my rights and fight for your rights as a disabled person, as a disabled individual, well then I guess I will have to do it. I will have to do it. No matter what the cost, I will fight for not only my rights, but your rights as well. And I guess that's all I have to say. And leave me a comment down below on this video. Again, this is just a short video. And I will later on, at some point down the road in the near future, I want to go like really in detail what's been going on with the ADA laws and what was going on prior to the ADA laws. So thank you. God bless you. Catch you on the other side.